So we are starting our second day. We're gonna be doing a backpack. We are headed to Mount Le Conte. Then we are gonna backpack, stay the night, and then come back in the morning. It's about 4 o'clock. So we're starting late because it's not a huge hike.
5.5 miles.
5.5 miles up, and then we'll come back 5.5 miles. You start off at this awesome bridge here. These plants you see bushing everywhere along these trails are rhododendron, and we kind of missed the bloom. But if you were here while they bloomed, it would be not only very beautiful, but smell very wonderful. Kind of like a tropical magnolia plant. You can definitely tell when you're in here, it's a rainforest. It's really humid where we're at. We're right by a river. It's right over, you can't see it. It's really green. Surprised that we're not getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. I imagine as soon as it warms up, I'm sure the mosquitoes will be getting people. About 1.5 miles in. It's really humid down here. We're sweating, and I've even got my thermal on, so I rolled up the sleeves, but it's pretty steamy. This river's really beautiful. It sounds refreshing, but out here in the air, it's pretty humid. This is Arch Rock. You get to walk up in it. We are about 2 miles in. We stopped. I took my pack off and took my vest off because I'm just sweating like crazy up here. You don't want to see my back. Oh man, you can see it all around 360. Whoa. You gonna come out? So we're finished with the easy part. Now we've got to do a lot of incline. You can see the arch over there. Wow. So this is the Alum Cave, and I can't even get it in one shot, it's so big. So the ranger at the permit office, when we got our backcountry permits, told us that this trail used to be open along this ridge here, but they shut it down because it's not safe. That's the ridge that goes out to those two little arches that we could see earlier. But you can see that's a knife edge. That's completely sheer. You can see where the rock's rubbed. Yeah. It's starting to grow back. Wow. This is one of those cuts where you're just on the edge. They've actually got it marked because it's unsafe right there, but they've got a cable here for you. Looks like I think I'll be using the cable. These steps are usually pretty helpful. Sometimes they're not the best path, but when they're like this, I'm very grateful. Might not mean much if you're not actually here, but looking through those trees and seeing mountain peaks means that we're finally to the saddle. We're looking over mountain peaks on that side too. So we're on the ridge here going up and around, and then we'll cut back and follow another ridge up to Le Conte. It's behind those trees. So we're 3.5 miles into this. We still have about 1,000 feet of elevation, and we are about to hit 7 o'clock. Which means we may be hiking in the dark a little bit. The elevation's really getting us. There's a lot to it. I guess it's a 2,400 foot peak. But last night the sun stuck around till just about 8, so it might be dim. I'm hoping that being on one of the taller mountains here, we'll still have a little bit of sunlight. We're getting pretty high in elevation. We're about to the Fraser Fern line. Oh, wow. Don't want to slip here. Well, we've been on the dark side of the mountain for so long that it's felt later than it really is. But I think we're witnessing sundown. So looks like we're gonna have to finish the last mile, probably with headlamps. But at least we get this beautiful view here at the end. You know, one benefit of being late to the trail is you do get this awesome sunset. That one peak right there is blocking most of it, but that's the way it goes. We finally made it to some flat ground here. We're pretty high up right now. We're coming in on Le Conte Lodge and the cabins. Our campsite's just a little bit further past that, but it's gonna be a huge relief for us to get to this lodge. That's the point we're fighting for right now. So we're both pretty tired. So we have made it to the trail split. This is where Bullhead Trail, and if you're gonna go down to Cherokee Orchard, you take a left here, but we're taking a right and we have 0.1 mile. Look at that. So we are on our way to our shelter now. We just went past the lodge where they have cabins. There's a neat little path. We'll be at our shelter here soon. Those two girls are the only two people. That'd be nice, nobody else. Yeah, but over to ourselves. We've made it to the shelter. This was our destination. And we have light still, so we can either set up or we can crawl in. We're fine to go ahead and sleep in the shelter, or we can pick a spot for our tent. I think I don't know, we might just crawl in. Hard to say. With the last bit of light here, I must say it's gonna be good night. Sun's just going across the mountains there, so we gotta get set up.